Here we are going to talk about something that sometimes we forget about, except once a year it comes back and reminds us. Now, tax revenue plays a significant role in increasing most ASEAN countries' GDP. Therefore, tax is deemed key in national growth. ASEAN countries recorded a 12% tax compliance in 2019, and that is an on-average number. So in order to increase tax ratio and compliance, countries must begin to provide easy access to tax payment.
Now, right here in our country, Indonesia, both individual and corporate taxpayers are required to submit an annual tax report, as just mentioned by Paul. It is crucial to report it correctly to avoid penalties and additional expenses. However, many encounter difficulties in filing the reports. Now, as such, Hipajak is here to provide tax and paying services and financial management through a mobile application. Very easy peasy. So what is Hipajak and what does Hipajak offer? Now, to find the answer today, we're connected with the CEO and founder of Hipajak, Tracy Tardia. Good morning, Tracy.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us right here at the C Morning Show. So as we know that Hipajak had begun in 2020, but before that, I want to say your motto, and that is Pajak Beres Bebas Stress, and I love that.
Really?
You feel, you're tax fulfilled, right? Tax fulfilled, stress relieved. I love that. So what came about with Hipajak? And it started in 2020, is it not?
Yeah, it started in January 2020, 1 month before the COVID.
All right, so tell us more about it. What, you were the founder of Hipajak. What come about with Hipajak?
Actually, we are one app tax assistant, Hipajak, and why we are starting Hipajak is because myself facing the tax problem more on administrative thing.
Correct.
So we think people that want to comply with tax should be have the easier tax activity. So that's the thing that we are starting Hipajak.
Okay, so what are some of the more common difficulties that taxpayers run into when they're filing their taxes annually?
Actually, in Indonesia, we have self-assessment tax system, right? We must calculate tax by ourselves, and then we must review tax by ourselves. But most people certainly not understand tax, right? Even basic accounting, not a lot of people understand it. I think that's the basic thing happen in tax in Indonesia.
I mean, we can be more creative, I think, as Indonesians, right? Making, working at such a young age, building things, creative things and whatnot. But when it comes to what Tracy said, counting the numbers, especially paying the tax, that's where it gets hard.
Especially if you're not on a fixed regular income.
Correct. You're right. Now, what kind of services then does Hipajak provide to solve all these points that you've just mentioned, Tracy?
Actually, we are have end-to-end service for tax, from the reviewing, and then you are calculating, and then even you have a tax consultant chatting via our apps. And actually, all of our apps is very easy. The only requirement to using our apps is just you understand Bahasa Indonesia and can do chatting. That's it, and you can solve all your pain point in the tax.
Well, in my case, I don't really understand Bahasa Indonesia that well, but I certainly would help.
So sorry for that.
So anyway,
we will make the English version.
Absolutely, that would come in handy. So it's been 2 years, as Caroline mentioned, since you guys were established. Have you gotten any feedback from the public as to how helpful this app has been? And on a larger scale, do you see any positive impacts, such as we mentioned what a low number ASEAN has of taxpayers that do pay their taxes on time and in full? Has there been any increase in those numbers as well because of Hipajak?
So we now already have 500,000 users.
Wow.
And most of them doing the calculation, filing, and I think it will help them a lot with the tax activity. And we get a lot of feedback, especially for MSME and freelancer or content creator, because they don't have anyone to help them with their tax. So we got a lot of feedback from that type of customers. So because they are can reduce their costs with the tax activities and can reduce their time to do their tax through a Hipajak.
Great.
And it's just so great that services is by a mobile app. And we know that now the younger generation is so application savvy, right? So this is the way to go for them, to also being a countryman and countrywoman and doing their tax being
diligence.
citizenships. Exactly. So if we see the data is right here, most users of Hipajak is between 18 to 24 years old. Is this statistic implied to your target markets also?
Yes, actually our target market is the younger generation because they have like a different perspective on tax. They tend to more comply on tax, but they don't want to have like complication doing their tax. So our biggest target market is 18 to 35 and bigger one in 18 until 24 years
So
old.
do you go step by step of the process? Let's say one is using Hipajak, right? They needed some consultations and whatnot until they're administered their tax to the government. Is that how it works?
Yeah, actually, when you come to our apps and you don't understand anything at all, you want to do with tax, you can go to our feature tax recommendation. So you like chatting, and then we can give you like the recommendation what kind of tax you need to do and stuff like that. And after that, you can follow through from the calculation and then recording and also tax filing. And if you still don't understand, you can do consultation through us. And also you can make tax ID through Hipajak too.
Ah, okay. So pretty much an all one-stop shop for everything in regards to paying your taxes. Now, apart from providing tax-paying assistance for Indonesians, you also have an education sector of this, where a number of micro and small, medium enterprises, including students as well, are educated. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Actually, like we have like brand awareness to the university students, so we do like a lot of like academy to the student, how the tax is important and how to start their tax stuff like that. And also for MSME, we make classes for them for financial literacy and especially for the tax literacy for the MSMEs.
Cool.
That is very good because sometimes when those
Totally different when you talk about business, right? You have a small business.
Exactly. And then, it's just so, I think it's just such a part when you're doing, again, like I said before, previously, you were making the creative, like you know what you want to do, but then at the end of the day, you need to have your tax. And sometimes, some products are not taxed, not applied with the tax yet. Those need to be counted per cent itself. So thank you, by the way, Tracy, if you can see the camera. I'm like right now, I'm on the Instagram. I'm going to follow you.
There you go.
Yes,
and,
following.
And do forgive our internet connection because I'm trying to download the app right now, but I'm having problems. But you can find it in the App Store.
Yes.
I have already found it. All you have to do is search Hipajak, and if you need to know more details as well, there's a website, www.hipajak.id. Or if you're from the younger generation, just go on Instagram @Hipajak, and you can.
Thank
check
you.
out
Are
the
you calling
Instagram
me
page.
young? Thank you so much.
Exactly. So, Tracy, one more question for you. What does Hipajak aim for in the near future? And do you have also any plans to collaborate with the government? Because this would certainly,
it's needed.
if everything was all linked up, can you imagine if you could just do everything and then it would just be submitted for you to the government as well?
Actually, we already like linked with the Ministry of Information and Technology and also the tax Directorate General of Taxes. And in the future, we aim to make the product development that make people doing their tax like just one click away. You don't need to do anything.
Awesome.
Just do everything for you.
Wow.
Well, I mean, anyways, you see, I mean, you've just been doing this now for 2 years. It has been established at Hipajak. It's just, we never know where the future is going to come for you, but we know it's going to be on a positive light. So many best success for you, Tracy, and also to the team of Hipajak. It really does indeed help the public and the community, especially the younger generation, or any generation for that matter, because I'm learning about financial literacy from Hipajak. So thank you so much for Hipajak. Thank you. You have a great day. Stay safe.
Good luck.
You too.
Talk to you soon, Tracy.
Right.